Hello, this is going to be a collective reading for air signs. Hello, air signs. You are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Almost. This is going to be for April 2025. I just got a little hot flash feeling. Maybe it's the weather though changed. Like it literally, it's the 10th, our last day of frost, and it is hot as a bitch. Went from being frosty. That's how it is in the desert, even in the northern part of Arizona, which I like a lot more because you get all the seasons, opposed to it being just like crazy hot all the time. But the sun is definitely hotter here. That shit is hot. I mean bright, like it's brighter. I never sunburn ever, and my lips were sunburning and stuff. That shit was crazy. That's it. My lips were just going crazy, and I had to go to the doctor because I was like, my lips were just like blistering up and peeling and stuff. And they were a little bit tender, but I thought it was just from them peeling and being so dry, but they were sunburned. That's what they told me at the dermatologist. I said, oh, okay. That was new. But it is really hot. What do we have for my wonderful air signs? We have fear and determination. Who got determination? I think it was the earth signs. Anxiety and faith. I think they got anxiety too. You have fear and determination at the heart. So, I mean, somebody is very fearful, and this always gives me the Nosferatu, the it. This is Tav, the doorway in Kabbalah, or in Hebrew it's called Tav, I think. And then at the solar plexus you have faith and anxiety, and then here at the throat you have rejection and anger. Uh-oh. So somebody might be going off about something or rejecting something that you say, or somebody might be, somebody might be, being rejected out of, maybe they're speaking anger and fear. Somebody is determined though, and there's some anxiety and there's some faith though at the solar. I mean, anxiety is not good for the solar, but the faith part, it's like hope. It's like somebody is terrified, which is crazy because that's the courage chakra, the solar plexus. Somebody is terrified, but they're going to go ahead, and that's courage. That's what courage is. That's being afraid and doing it anyway. So don't ever worry about having anxiety or fear. You have determination here and faith. I don't think there's anything better that could go with those cards. That is the definition of courage. People with courage aren't just fearless. They have fear. They do it anyway. So that's what I think is going on. Maybe you're afraid you're going to be rejected. People are angry at you. Something like that. very air sign, a kind of air sign worry. You guys rule communication. You definitely don't want to say the wrong thing, and you definitely don't want to piss people off. I mean, unless it's time, but here I don't feel like it's a good thing for you to piss people off or something like that. Maybe it's not you. Maybe you're just witnessing this. But this is something that it would bother you. So you have anxiety again at the sacral and mystery. I just decided to pull two because I was getting two for everybody, so I just pulled two. But I'm not going to do that anymore. You got trust at the third eye. Nice. You got faith here. Yeah, I think the mystery, there's something hidden from you. You don't know where you're going. And that's what is giving you anxiety. There's mystery. You don't know what's going on at the sacral. That's where you birth things. That's where your abundance comes from as well. Well, it comes from the root. Well, it comes from everything, really. But the sacral is where things are birthed into the physical world. And somebody is some kind of anxiety here. And then there's space at the at the root. What do we have for the crown? Movement. What is this stuff? Just like these little, I don't know what that is. Wow, you got disruption here. That's the same thing that earth signs got in the same spot. And I think I'm going to use these for you guys. What's at the heart of the reading? What do I have for disruption, fear, and determination? This is crazy. I think they had determination in the same spot and disruption. Sure did. They had anxiety twice too, I believe. At the root you have space. I feel like the root is totally cleaned out. I feel like you're standing on solid ground, and I feel like you've cleaned out so much in there that I feel like you have the opportunity now to, it's kind of like time travel, like build up your root again, like, because the root is your foundation. And here you've had to clear all that out because, again, a lot of chosen, I don't like to say none of that shit no more, because of how they do, and they be done had us talking about the vampires, calling ourselves the vampires or some shit, because that's why I don't like holy anymore or nothing. Like, I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what that is, but I don't like it. You have success and growth here at space. Exactly what I was talking about. This is the Eight of Wands, too. This is fast movement and teaching. I feel like you have, this is making me feel like you got something in there that you don't even know you had. You have so much shit in there. Blocking. Maybe you need to remember, too. Maybe you should put yourself in a position where you are teaching or in some way. because you will start to remember a lot. If you got witchcraft, you won't remember half of your gifts. They'll have you thinking that you're supposed to be a witch when you're a freaking sorceress or a, you know, somebody way higher than a witch. And you just know, you just feel the connection to magical or the mystical. And there's so much more out there than a witch, but they're trying to, you can't get away from it that easily. So you get caught up with being a witch, and then you can't figure out what's next, what's after that. And then you find out who you really are, because now we're about to, in Aquarius. We had to wait. We had to get to Aquarius, because Pisces is the secrets, the deep, dark waters. It wasn't going to be, nothing was going to be revealed to us then. Now we're in Aquarius, and everything is going to be revealed to us about who we are. And this is why you don't need to be trying to skip the line and shit. Because you might be somebody, you might have been somebody helliver and skip the line to be, you know, to drive a Mercedes. And you still got to pay that Mercedes note. You know, and when you were supposed to be somebody that, I don't know, had a Mercedes dealership or something. I don't know. Something like that. Something, you gave up something huge. That's what I'm getting. Something huge for something small. And you didn't know. And that's how it is, man. Dude, when I found out what I was supposed to do, man, I'm glad I never did no magic on nothing and nobody. Never. So, I didn't have a bunch of magic that I had to clear out. I literally had to clear out my abortions. And I said this, my abortions. I was married before, and, which I really wasn't married, but it's like you have to, like, consciously, and even with me, I didn't have to do that because of the offense that was done to me in the marriage. So it was, I had to know about it though. It was crazy, like things can't close out until you know about it. And that's why they try to keep things secret. And that's so you can't close it out, so that you can't get on with your life. Like, these people are insane and clingy as hell. It's disgusting. Like, get your ass the fuck back. Shit. Excuse me, that was ghetto. Hold on, let me finish pulling and I'll read. Somebody's an emperor though. You have the 7th chakra. I gotta pull another one. And this is the crown too. That's good. And then you have, well, that was in the reverse, but we'll see. Now we got the throat chakra, and under that is embrace. You got 3 chakra cards. The throat chakra being one of them. This is so crazy to me. The throat chakra is over the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is in the throat chakra. And so we were talking about courage. You're going to have courage. Something about love, courage and love coming together. Okay, so you don't want to be rejected, or somebody doesn't want to be rejected. Ooh, okay, this fear and determination. Somebody is determined to move on. I was just saying, these people want to hold on to you. They want to keep you from moving on. Someone is determined to move on, though. Or somebody's determined to keep you from moving on with this disruption, fear, and determination. There's an emperor here. This emperor could be the one who's got anxiety, and he's trying to have faith in something. This is who, I feel like this is who needs to speak with the throat chakra. This is who's in fear. I feel like this emperor is in fear that you're moving on. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. This emperor, this is a Aries energy. Then we have solar plexus and coming together. This is some kind of love situation. This emperor did something and he is afraid for someone to move. He's in the upright though. Maybe he could be salvaged. Ooh, the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Actually, I was done, so we're going to keep her. Even though I shouldn't because I just did all that. But I want her back. I was done shuffling. I don't care. I know I wasn't supposed to do that, but I don't care. Because it came out. And then I just started shuffling the cards. Damn, where'd she go? Man, maybe I'm not supposed to. I don't see her for shit. That's crazy. Alright, well, I was supposed to keep her there. Let's shuffle them and get a good bottom card. My bad, y'all. My bad. I was moving too fast. I stopped smoking, so we got the Master came out. That's the devil. We're going to keep it. He flipped over. We got the Master and joyous stability. So we got the devil and we have the Four of Wands. This is about a home, a family, a group, someone you live with, someone you share a home with. Possibly it could just be celebration at a home, at a location, specific, you know, a location. Yeah, somebody. Oh, this is kind of like the damn. That's been like a couple of hours since I did that reading too. I'm just chilling. I'm about to go to hike though. But I was getting the same thing. Like the devil is. I was getting like the bride of Christ, like what that movie Ready or Not. But she was like the bride. She represents the bride of Christ, right? But it was really the devil that was there. And he's the one that came and saved her. And, you know, burned all the people up that were working for him. So it was like he turned on them. And in their reading, it was like the devil was looking at they people like, I think I want that one over there. Like, so their own master is like, and that gives me the Dracula in the Blade movie was like that. I want to try these for you guys. I should have did it first, but it's okay. We're just going to try, and we're just going to do one deck. Success and growth at the root and teach. This is the Hierophant card. This is Taurus. We got that there too. Like that was the ending of the reading for earth signs was love and marriage and maybe a kid. It was like, damn. And that reading was crazy too. Like somebody was stalking and stressed out, anxiety. Okay, so I really feel like somebody is anxious. And this Emperor card came out too, but it was in reverse in the other deck. Definitely an Emperor around here. The Empress came out in a different deck though, but it came out. And then we have this anxiety and mystery with this Five of Swords in the reverse. So it's a mystery because somebody been scheming, stealing, being sneaky, sabotaging. That's what the Five of Swords means. It means to sabotage secretly. People, it's something that people don't know about. And it's somebody in your immediate group, in your vicinity, that's sabotaging you. And the Five of Swords. And it might have something to do with this Emperor because, I mean, he's in the upright, but he got this anxiety. Maybe somebody is sabotaging him and he knows it. The devil came out with the Emperor and everything too. think it came out with the High Priestess and some other shit. Sure did. What do you have for success and growth? You got trust under rest and reconsider. I mean, rest and reconsider underneath trust. That's you, the wounded warrior. That's why you are like having to listen to your intuition really when it comes to trust. Maybe you're the wounded warrior because you've been around a lot of people that are untrustworthy. I feel like that's going to be hard for somebody. And then at the crown, you have the crown chakra. And then you have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. But you have movement. This is underneath movement. And the Ace of Wands is new vitality. So maybe you're not getting no new vitality, but you're still moving forward. Maybe you got old vitality. I like this, that it's, even though it's in reverse, but that doesn't mean nothing counts in the card. It's rainbow. It's giving me rainbow warriors, the crown. That's the God is going to give you a crown. In Revelation. To the rainbow warriors, and that's about the rainbow body. It's about bringing those chakras into alignment. You got 3 here. Yeah, 3. I'm like, where'd the other one go? Too many. Success and growth. The Lovers in reverse. Gemini. Twin flame. Giving me twin flame with this emperor and this devil here. The devil in reverse. Alright. So with the Hierophant here, this is like God and Satan to me. This is underneath the devil, and it's in reverse. So you got space here. I feel like you are being called to be a teacher. And maybe Spirit wants you to be single. That's how it is. When you're being called to do something for Spirit, you can't be trying to be in love and stuff. That because the person that you love and that you with is the person that you put your energy into. You can't do all of this and be doing this too. A lot of times you can't be having sex and stuff. And the thing about being with somebody is the devil will use everybody around you if they can. So when you're going into some kind of, this is serious too, because this is about the twin flame. And the Chariot card with the victory and stuff like that, and the forward movement, this is a chariot. This is somebody that's been through war. Somebody has been through war, and that's why there's space in this root, because you cleaned that shit out and it was a goddamn war. It was spiritual warfare. You got space in there now. Now you can, this is giving me somebody, mama and daddy weren't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? And look, because the Lovers that could be your mama and your daddy, and this could be your dang on daddy right here. And then your teachings and everything. Maybe somebody was satanic and they didn't know it. They didn't know nothing else growing up. Somebody has been through something very tough. The Chariot is a war vehicle. It's like a tank. It's like the modern day tank. This is somebody that's been through war. They're moving forward victoriously. And I feel like with this success and growth, that's 8 of Wands, that's over here too. And this teach here, I feel like somebody is being molded to be a teacher, a spiritual teacher. And that's definitely in the air. There's going to be new teachers coming up, but they are flooding it with false prophets. I would have believed nothing that any hip-hop channel tried to tell me. Nothing. I don't care who you are or what you talk about, because they are all working for the devil. Literally. To mislead you. And I'm not going to say nothing else about it. the High Priestess. But these are all, look at all these majors coming out. Air signs is something about the air. They say we fight not against flesh and blood, but against powers and principalities and powers. Wait. The prince of the power of the air. The prince of the power of the air. I told you the devil. The devil. Somebody in these hip-hop channels, I'm trying to tell you, now hip-hop is making me think of Donnie Darko, the damn rabbit. Donnie Darko. But the devil is Capricorn. The lovers is Gemini. Hello, Jimmy Gems. You're in reverse. But thank you for showing up for me so far. You are the only air sign. Well, Libra tried to show up and I accidentally put them back in the deck. So, it's all good, Libra. Thank you. Where the hell is Aqua? Excuse me, Aqua. Where is you at? We got the Queen of Cups here. Okay. So we got Cancer, Gemini, and Capricorn. These two are polar opposites. Just like this Hierophant and this Devil are supposed to be polar opposites. That is interesting. It's giving me the church, the real church though, with the Cancer card, because that's the mother. The real church. It's like the real church. The real women, the real teachers, because the teachers are women, not all of them, but majority of the Messiah is a woman this time around, and that's just what it is. And these men, they ain't gonna be able to take it, and they will kill your ass over it, because they're retarded. They're retarded, and they don't have no reason to be retarded unless y'all was doing a bunch of black magic when you had them. then it's your fault they're some retards. Actually, I do think it's everybody mama fault. It's all this black magic, man. Makes the men want to be women, you know, because it's the black water. So if you mix fire with black water, somehow it is able to function. It's going to come out wanting to be more like the water. Which is kind of, And they were already... That's the thing that pisses me off is these magicians and shit, they know the energy that we're getting. So they know that the men were already going to come out more sensitive, and then they weren't going to be able to control you with lust and war and stuff like that. Put your period blood in the plants, in the ground, for a tree too. I'm gonna have to keep saying that. It's like the most important thing you can do, especially if you have a problem looking at yourself. First of all, if you have a problem looking at yourself, if you have a problem crying over the things that you've done, letting things go, if you really are calloused to the point where you have hardened yourself so much that you just, you're stuck, you don't know what to do, you can't do it, put your period blood in the plants. I promise you, your plants in your house and outside, it will figure it out for you. And it's going to fill the air with the answers that you need. That's what plants do. They're filters for the air. And whatever you feed them helps, and we're talking about blood here. There's so many scriptures in the Bible about the land drinking the blood and the land crying out to the sky because of the blood. See, the land can process the blood. I keep telling you, language is, don't get me wrong, it created everything, but it created everything in this matrix, not the real world. So the real world doesn't always understand language and speaking. That nature, But what nature knows is that blood Nature knows that blood as soon as you put your period blood, ladies, because that's what your body is cleaning out every month. And you're cleaning it for your whole family, not just yourself. You have a husband and he's having sex with you. You know, a lot of times men are frustrated and that's when they want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And as the woman, you pull all that in. That's why after he comes inside of you, it's like, oh, he ready to go to sleep. He feels so good, especially if you're his wife. If you're his counterpart that he's agreed, like, to that bond, like that thing. I don't like marriage either. I'm not even going to lie. I don't like the idea of it because I don't trust contracts and stuff like that. Spirit says we're not supposed to do that. That is always a trick. It's always a trap. Any contract, anything like that, it's always to get you entangled in something more than what your word needs to be your bond. But we're such liars, so now our word isn't worth shit. So, you know, if you're going to be a god, then your word needs to bring creation out. But language, again, is such a flawed form of communication because it gives you the ability to lie. You can't lie to the earth once you put your period blood in the plants, because everything you've ever felt that you can't even speak it, you don't know how to speak it, it's in that blood. And the earth is going to process it. And the earth will pray for you. I promise you. If you can't pray, if you don't know how, if you don't believe in that, put your fucking period blood in the plants. I promise you, not only will it help save your soul, it helps save the soul of the men around the world. It makes them not be so warlike. And the plants love it. If you have flowers, that's the best ones to give it to, is the flowers, or a big old tree. Something where the roots, and make sure you, if you're going to give it to a tree, make sure you dilute it a lot so it can really get in the soil. You know, not a whole lot, but the information is in there and it's blood. Look, they tell you about the vampires, the little trees and stuff, they little vampire trees out there. As soon as they sense the blood is on and popping, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's like, oh wow, here's some little vampire plants. And you know what else was crazy? And it just breaks my heart that I didn't know what I was doing before I got rid of my plant. But I had one plant that helped to heal me. And I would just hold on to it and ask it to take my pain. I would ask it to take it from me because I didn't think that I would survive it. And do you know, I would hold on to that plant and pray and meditate. And then as I started putting my period blood in it, it would grow, but the leaves had like spots in them, like brown and orange, as if the leaf was dead. But it wasn't dead. It was the impurity in me coming out in the growth of the plant. Like, I ain't even gonna, that shit fucked me up. I don't look at nothing the same anymore. Yep, and then once I was healing, the plant was going green again. It was crazy, y'all. I forgot what I was saying. Because it started feeling hot again. Anxiety and mystery, you have these people sabotaging you. And then you have a High Priestess in reverse and a King of Swords in the reverse here. And you're defending yourself. You have somebody that's coming in to help you, though. Defend yourself from someone. Pisces energy. I feel like that's who it is. This High Priestess is in reverse. She might have been in cahoots with some of these people. She might have been in cahoots with this devil. She might be a third-party person to your lover, who could be this King of Swords in the reverse. So this could be one of the people. You know, it's funny, they both got this sword in the ground. You know, the King of Swords don't usually have a sword in the ground like that. That's so weird to me when I pick the cards and they have all these similarities. Be like, that's so cool. You know, because I just said, no, I'm going to try to use this one instead of the other one. And that always happens. It doesn't happen for Capricorn, too. I was like, what? Now you have this Emperor card underneath anxiety and faith, and this means lead. I feel like somebody is nervous. Maybe they know they was lying. Oh, is this King of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, it was in reverse. I forgot I pulled it to show y'all. Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius, both. Yeah, this Emperor was on some Magician in reverse shit. Definitely think that, okay, so with this Queen of Cups, I think that this is you. We got Gemini and Virgo here with this Emperor in reverse. But with this Queen of Cups here and this Knight of Wands, let me see, what's the Queen of Cups? Got the Five of Swords again right there, and we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So that's overdoing something. I'm trying to figure out if this Queen of Cups is the one doing some spell work on this Emperor that made him do something that he isn't proud of. Let me see, one more. Ace of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Okay, I feel like this is who this Emperor did something to. A Queen of Cups, somebody very sweet. I feel like there's a Magician in reverse here, that, or a group, you know, with all of this, the Hierophants, and they're the devil, and the lovers, and the High Priestess, the Emperor, all that is society stuff. It's groups of people, it's organizations, it's businesses. Oh, maybe you might be starting a business, a huge business though, it's big business. Somebody wants to give you something. I think this Emperor. He got a knot in his throat. He know he did some fucked up shit. That's why he is anxious. I feel like he needs you for something, or else he wouldn't be coming in. You got the Sun in the reverse, and then we got some twins here. This is definitely making me feel like Gemini. I never seen twins in the Sun card, right? Jimmy Gems. Did I say it was in the reverse? It's in the upright now. Shit. We're gonna leave it in the upright. We got this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, so, and moving on. Temperance. Somebody. We got this. Let's see what this Star card is in reverse. That's Aquarius energy. We got the Emperor. That's him. Okay. So I do feel like this Emperor is moving on from whatever he was doing. And I feel like since he was doing black magic or being cahoots or coerced or whatever into doing black magic or fooled on you, he's come to bring you something. Some kind of monetary something solid with the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, because they were sabotaging you. And you're sweet as pie, okay? The Queen of Cups is the sweetest queen in the deck. Somebody was just being a bully. That's what this Emperor, they were being a bully. We got the Sun here. This is being illuminated, this Wheel of Fortune. And this, I feel like this Emperor wants to heal. I feel like he's been doing some tempering. But the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, he can't heal without him fixing this. And that is definitely Emperor. I always tell you Libra too, because you're the Empress. when you in Aries, that's your axis. That's that power. Not power, that's Taurus and Scorpio. It's like leadership or something like that with you guys, that axis of leadership. And an emperor or empress is somebody that God put on that throne. So you can't just be bullying people and shit, you know, because these hoes over here mad that you feeling this Queen of Cups and she's sweet, you know, like these bitches mad, so they done tricked you into bullying this sweet person, and now you sick and shit. And Spirit, you probably didn't even know why you were sick. Spirit said, let me tell you why you sick. Oh my God, look at this. Trying to hold on to something with the death. That's why you sick. Or whoever's sick. We got the Four of Pentacles and the Death card. Scorpio energy popping in. We got all these major arcanas right here. God damn, this is just still one deck. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, somebody don't want to be having these bad dreams. Maybe they're dreaming about them dying because they're sick. Maybe they're having dreams about death and they're sick. I mean, that's enough to make. And this Emperor, he know when Spirit puts something on this Emperor like that, he know damn well he better. You don't want to lose your position. And this Emperor doesn't have to be an Aries. I'm just like pointing out that that's the axis of leadership. I believe it's leadership. You got this Hierophant card here and this Three of Swords. This could be a family, but there's some kind of group. Here it says teach. And that's the Hierophant with the Eight of Wands. Now we got the Hierophant with the Two of Cups, and yeah, this is why this Emperor is having problems with this solar plexus chakra, because he knows that he came up against you and broke your heart. A Queen of Cups broke a Queen of Cups heart. Like, that's her shit. Love, you know? To break a Queen of Cups heart is just... it's trash. And it's unlike an Emperor. It's like picking on someone. Like, this is not somebody that is showing that they deserve to lead. And that's probably why he's sick. Yeah, look at this. Two of Wands in the reverse. Somebody doesn't have control. It's like you were making plans with this Queen of Cups and you just fucking started acting like a jerk. You can't do that. Not with a Queen of Cups. She's too sweet. And if she is a really positive Queen of Cups like this, you don't know how much sweet shit this motherfucker been doing. Like, damn. You can't treat this is giving me the same thing in a freaking Earth sign reading is be careful how you treat people. You might be entertaining angels unawares. Yes, this is something from the past with the Six of Cups. Somebody is in nostalgia. They want this back. They are afraid they're going to be rejected. You got joy and stability over this, and you got the devil. Whew. To me, this is like, I don't know. I feel like this Emperor crazy a little bit. He know that he either going to be joyful or be on demon time or something, or maybe he just knows that he's going to be taken over. I don't think so. I think that even if you just try to make it right, you'll still be healed. That's what it's about. I just told you it's the secrets, you know, that make us sick and shit like that. That's why God hates lies. We be tormented and can't move on until we find out, until we know, and then we can move on. Sometimes all it takes is knowing. Like in my case, all I had to do was know everything in spirit. They didn't want me doing no spell work. Even though I am supposed to eventually, but not right now. I'm not going to use my energy, because that's why you don't want to be a witch. Because you don't want to waste your magic doing black magic on people and doing stuff you're not supposed to do. So then when you find out who you are, find out what your magic is, you got all this karma and bad fucked up shit. You can't even fuck with it now. I don't want to do that. I do want to learn about magic. I do know everything that there is to know about it. And I am supposed to be a very powerful wizard. But I'm not going to squander that on no funky assholes. Ever. I don't give a fuck what you do. You could never push my buttons that bad. And that's how you need to be too. Especially you damn Libras. Sorry, Libra. Y'all don't have no reason. But you guys, your vice is jealousy. That's beauty. The opposite of beauty is jealousy and envy. So you got to understand, the same thing that chases you is the same thing you have to defeat. Your beauty is going to bring people that's jealous. And if you, and they might not be jealous of you, they might be jealous of somebody else and get you into the shit. You know what I'm saying? And you just, the way you are when it comes to your friends and family, you will jump in because you're very protective. And somebody had you doing something to somebody that did not deserve it. Libra, it ain't worth it. Ever. For you or Aries or Taurus. Who else? Shit, I want to say Leo. I don't remember. But you and Aries and Taurus for sure. Don't ever need to be jealous or worried about what, because you're going to have it. You will definitely have it. It'll be yours when it's time to come in. Somebody went into hermit mode, though, to figure something out. It's great. This Emperor energy is, this could be a cloaked man, too. This could be a Solomonaire with the snake and the black wolf giving me Dracula. That's what all the wizards, most of the wizards, not all of them, a lot of them, when they go dark, like the Sith, that's about going the vampire way. Didn't Shaquille O'Neal try to like say I'm a vampire, but try to make it seem like he wasn't really confessing? We know you confessed you a vampire, Shaquille. The way that dude looked at me when I met him, he was scared to death. I'm like, who the fuck am I, Buffy? Am I the vampire slayer around this bitch? I'm your Huckleberry, too. That's the funny thing. Aww, Val Kilmer. I literally watched that movie 2 days ago. And I've been saying, I'm your Huckleberry ever since. And Val Kilmer died on April Fool's. You know what I say about April Fools, y'all. He played in Tombstone. That's one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. So yeah, I feel like somebody is definitely a wizard. Or a Solomonaire. Or a sorceress. A sorceress is someone that goes to the source for their, to work their magic. They go to source. very connected to nature. A lot of times sorceresses are more loners, and witches have covens and stuff like that. And that's that fucking fallen angel shit, that oath shit. Things need to be changed. Everything we do is built on witchcraft right now. And it's because the people that run the world are freaking vampires. Or they've given their allegiance to them, who is the devil, for wishes. He's just a jinn. It's just like I keep telling you, it's just like Aladdin with Jafar. Jafar was a magic man, but he didn't want to just be a magic man. He wanted to be a jinn. He wanted to be a genie. So it's these magic men who come together and they give up their humanity so that they could be genies and jinn and stuff. And the one that was coming to me, I don't think he's happy he did that. It was like, oh man, I feel like I've seen a freaking movie like that sometime, like somewhere. Like this dude destroys himself, like he can't even materialize into the real world anymore, but he's like in love with a woman and haunting her. Just, you know, that's how mine was. He just wants me to cuddle with him and hug him and stuff like that. That vampire. Because they don't have no penis. That shit fall right off. They all rotten in flesh. I don't know what he thought he was going to be light. But he ended up being something in between. In between spirit and flesh. It's like death. It's disease. That's what it is. I mean, if you think about it, somebody had tried to turn themselves into a spiritual, all-powerful spiritual being without going through the process. And that's what this is about. You have to be, you want to be an ascended master. So instead of being an ascended master, these men, they come together and they try to cheat. So now you're not spirit. It's like you're something in between, which is disease. Imagine me just trying to walk into another realm and then you get all jumbled up and fucked up. It reminds me of the Fly. Remember the Fly? How he was, you know, and at first he was like all strong and feeling powerful, and then that fool went in that thing and it was a fly in there, and he came out looking crazy. I feel like that's about that. That's that movie, The Fly, you guys. That, I promise you, that's what it is. And he was in love with that girl. I think he did kill her because he's a monster now. He can't have her and she don't want him. And then he gotta be a little fucked up in the head. Like, you know. I don't remember. Did he kill her? I know she was scared as hell, and he didn't like that. I'm telling you. That's what happened. Like, he connected to a spirit trying to be all powerful, and y'all don't want that. I'm telling you, if you hadn't already did it, I don't know what to say. But that thing looked just like a Wendigo, a vampire. One of them vampires that be on TV with the bloody, no lips and the jagged teeth, and they look sick and pale. That's what a gray is. They showing you now. Ever since I started reading, I feel like every fucking vampire movie, not even since I started reading, because I was talking about this shit on Twitter, about the Wendigos and stuff like that. And now, every vampire movie, everything is about an old man. Trying to say that. And it's Get Out. It's Get Out. The old men that were trying to take the young black guy's body. That's basically, they magicians. And they want to possess you to live in your vessel. That's what they were doing, but they found out a way to do it through science. And it's probably that fucking brain chip. I'm just saying, I know I be sounding crazy, but I mean, it's not like this isn't stuff we don't know. Why would you let these people hack into your brain? Put a goddamn screw into your brain. You can't trust these motherfuckers for shit. They feeding you bad shit. They putting shit in your hair. Like you can't trust them. That man crazy. Like, I remember the niggas we used to be. Niggas was like, oh, hell no. Now everybody's like weird. Like weird and all AI and stuff. AI. AI-ish. They are, you guys. Niggas used to be looking at shit like, hell to the hell no. And now we just go for things that we just really wouldn't have done in the past. I don't know what happened. It had to be some kind of weird blip or something. That's why I really do think there's going to be provision and stuff for the gays. I hope so, because I really like gay men. And I really wish they weren't gay, because some of them I would really like to. So would be sexy, but goddamn, all that going on. I don't like competition. When it comes to anybody, I'm screwing. I don't care. I don't like that shit. So, but I do feel like there's going to be provisions because of all the shit. They're fucking with the water. Like, you niggas need to drink water. You can't help that. You know? Fucking with the water, straight up. And what I've been telling you about the water and what it does to the boys. They're literally fucking with the water. On top of trying to control black women the most because we're the water. And that's why our message spreads and is so powerful. Water's the strongest energy. Four of Wands. And we need to not use that to hurt each other. We need to use that shit to gain back power of the earth and do right by it so that everybody could come back into harmony. And it's going to be better for us too. We're not going to be worried about what this one got and what that one got when you're truly happy with what you got. And I'm talking about truly happy. We're giving up so much for nothing. Four of Wands and the Seven of Wands. And it's because we haven't had nothing though too. A lot of us haven't had nothing, so we don't understand that this that we're getting is really not nothing. Because we're not used to having nothing in the first place, and we get something, it's like we think that's it. We think this is how, and it's not. It's a trap. It's a trick. You got the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands in the reverse, and the World in reverse. So yeah, somebody's not getting no new vitality. I don't think that you're going to, this Emperor might not be healed, might not get no healing. With this having no new vitality, I don't think that's you. I hope that's not you. What's this? Yeah, this is, somebody was messing with somebody's crown. Somebody was royal. And you weren't supposed to do that. Like royal in the spirit. You were royal in the physical, but they're royal in the spirit. Yeah, I was saying somebody's royal in the physical and somebody's royal in the spirit. But the spirit trumps. Because, I mean, if you hold on to it because it's before manifestation. You got the Ace of Wands now. This is new vitality. Somebody sees the gift here. There's a Ten of Swords. Okay, so now we have rest and reconsider with trust. Somebody doesn't. Somebody is being let go. Let out of prison. They're being let out of prison. Maybe somebody is going to be able to trust. But everything they worked on, they were backstabbed and made to juggle. This is why this is the Wounded Warrior. This Queen of Cups energy was backstabbed. And everything that she was working on was taken from her. And she was made to juggle. And it's in reverse. Like she wasn't able to juggle. Maybe this Empress was homeless or something. He's got this bag. You know, he's like in a cave. Yeah, somebody really did somebody bad here. And this was a gift. Look, somebody took the gift from the cloud and poured it on the floor. Like, fuck your gift, God. This is what I'm going to do to this gift. That Emperor. And again, he's not in reverse. But he just did check his facts or something. I don't know. I don't know about this. Because it's giving me like mixed signals. You're fighting. You're not defending yourself. The world's not in reverse. Somebody's getting some new vitality after it says no vitality. And there's a four of wands here. Same Four of Wands that I was saying, it's like somebody either going to be on the devil time or they're going to have joy. Wow, the base chakra is right here. And change your focus. Huh. Five of Cups. So there's some kind of pain or something here. Sorry, I'm getting another flash. I think that's energy coming out of me too. From this cleanse and stuff. When I got my first initial cleanse, my legs, I saw the spirit, I saw one come out of my legs, but my legs were tightening up in my sleep like Charlie horses. Like, I was screaming, you guys, because they were doing so much spell work on my legs so that I can't dance. Like, literally. I had most of the spell work was literally on my sacral and on my legs. Like, what kind of hating ass shit is that? You fuck with a bitch's legs so she can't dance or she's not as graceful. Get the fuck out of here. These bitches are pathetic. They're pathetic. And this is the kind of thing that is going to be purged from this earth, because women need to be able to grow and expand, and trying to keep us in this low energy where we're supposed to be transfiguring. A lot of us are motherships, and we're supposed to bring people out of this matrix and into the new world. And you got these hating ass women doing spell work on them. And it's not. That was a trap. That was a trap. It's like these people come here and they are tests for you. And a lot of you ain't pass. Well, not you, air signs, but you know what I mean. Two of Cups in the reverse. I don't know about this, man. This is so up in the air. Somebody does not trust, and I don't blame them. Because this was real mean. I don't understand how this Emperor keeps coming out in the upright. Unless that's some kind of spell work, too. I feel like somebody's getting some new vitality and somebody's not. And it's still up in the air. Some kind of Two of Cups in the reverse. But the world is in reverse and I need some more. Okay, Judgment in the reverse. Somebody didn't. The Empress in reverse. Maybe this Emperor was listening to his wife. Maybe this Emperor married somebody instead of being with you, and maybe that's what maybe they listened to somebody that was a lying ass heifer. Judgment in reverse again came out. It was at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this Emperor listened to a negative Empress, Libra or Taurus. Judgment, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. feel like this is a mother or a baby's mother to this Emperor. And again, I said somebody was raised wrong. I think that's what it is. Maybe somebody was raised satanic or raised Christian. I don't know which one is wrong for you. You know, as long as you're equally yoked, I don't think that, you know, I don't know what, I can't judge a Satanist, really. I don't really know what it's about. And I've realized that because I've realized that even Christianity has a lot of witchcraft in it. You know, while they're telling you not to do it, it's a bunch of it in there. It's like, I don't know about that. Now we have the Tower in the reverse. This came out too for earth signs. Something is unfolding. And it's not good. Whatever it is. I mean, the Tower doesn't have to be bad. I do think that it's good, but I think that it's going to be hard. I think that it is not going to come with not having to, going to have to rebuild. Because the foundation wasn't right. There's liars. Somebody did somebody wrong that is valued to God. So, I mean, this has to be fixed. And a whole freaking tower has to come down in order for it to be fixed. I feel like this is a whole belief system, too. It's not just a physical tower. This is, whoa, it's giving me, because, you know, I just said Taurus is, no, what did I just say? Yeah, I would say Taurus is that Taurus field, that bottom of the brain down to the spine. You know what I'm saying? And Taurus is also the Hierophant. It's about tradition, and it's giving me this. Like, that needs to fall. Like, that whole Taurus field, needs to fall and be built back up as the tower, as the backbone. Something wrong with this. Something wrong with somebody's teaching what they were being taught as a child from the root. But it's cleaned out now. And that's why the tower is falling. That's why, because it's clean now. The tower is falling and you're going to be able to rebuild in there. It's going to be some other things. And that's how this is going to go, y'all. There'll be other things that you're into. There'll be things that were there already, because every circumstance we've been through, we were supposed to help us grow. But there's things in there that you could have went another way with that you weren't able to because you had your mama and, you know, your daddy is right here too. It's like, you know, telling you the wrong shit. Your daddy could have been a Rolling Stone and was fucking with a bunch of bitches here, and that made you that way. But maybe it's not something you really like. Maybe it's just something you thought you were supposed to do. Men do that, you know. Men do that. They do shit. They fuck a bunch of bitches just because everybody else is. A lot of times. That's how men are. That's why they can't stand to peer pressure and stuff like that. All they got is because their ego and that man, you know, it's like his pride. But a motherfucker could tell you anything and it'll be over. So, I mean, they have to find a balance for that. You have to know that there are people out here trying to sabotage your joy and stability. That's what I have, air signs. I don't know what's going to happen with this. But somebody in a powerful position really hurt someone. I don't know where you are with this. They sabotaged them. They poured their cup out. They made them feel like they were nothing. To them, they had this person homeless and juggling and backstabbed too at the same time and trapped. That's crazy. For you to be juggling, well shit, not able to juggle. For you to be trying to harvest, but you're trapped, but you're locked up, you're trapped up, you're betrayed, and somebody took and knew you were a gift from God and decided to pour it out. Knew exactly who you were and treated you like you weren't who you were. They gonna be sorry. They gonna be sorry, air signs. I got chills. It's a lot of power here too. This Hierophant and the Emperor twice. The Devil twice. These are power cards. The Empress. The High Priestess. This is a lot of the Hermit. These are a lot of the Magician. These are a lot of official people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all bad. This is giving me like the teachers too. And Trump going after the Board of Education. Because they all teaching us a bunch of bullshit. The Hoteps used to talk about that. About the school system. Man, that's so disappointing. That group. Because they do have all the knowledge. I don't understand how you could have the knowledge and not choose it. How you can have the truth and decide to work against it. That's crazy. That's insanity. That should be the new definition of insanity. To have the truth and decide to purposely work against it. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what I have for you, air signs. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. I wouldn't be too worried if you're on the right side of this. If you are a Libra, even an Aquarius. I mean, Gemini, you guys might have issues with love. You're the lovers. You might not find love or something. But for Libra, they're the Empress. They're supposed to be abundant, and their abundance is personalized to them. So somebody else's ain't worth you giving up yours, because yours is personalized and it's perfect for you. It's going to be really the thing that makes you happy. You know, so it's not worth it, Libra. Make it right. Aquarius too, I feel like you health and shit. I wouldn't fuck around. Not my health, you know, and healing and yeah, right. So if you're feeling sick and off and stuff like that, Aquarius, it's because you just fucked somebody over. Didn't I say something about, wasn't I just talking about? Yeah, because it was that death card, that Four of Pentacles holding on, and then that death card right here. Holding on to something, and here come death to come get your ass. I'm telling you, somebody need to let go of something because it's not worth it. It's giving me Aquarius for real, because that's that death of your... Damn, look at this shit. I didn't even know they were right under each other. Aquarius, I think I'm talking to you. Not the whole thing, but right now. You're the star. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. Whatever it is you did. Because you're also supposed to be famous for healing. You're a star. You're supposed to be famous for being beautiful and shining, and Venus loves you. My Aquarius is in Venus on a cusp. And my sidereal, because it's literally like just made it into Aquarius. So, like, in my moon sign, everything is pushed back with the moon. It's in Capricorn. But in my 13 sign chart, it's a cusp. And in my sun sign, it's Aquarius. And I could see where it's Capricorn because of the devil, the music industry shit, and just the evil motherfuckers. That's definitely the devil. But I am very detached to where these motherfuckers got to start stalking you. I got so detached. I came out here and started doing my spiritual healing. I didn't know what the hell was going on in LA. Come to find out, it's all kind of people working against me. I didn't even know. I didn't start knowing until I got my healing. Till I started, you got to be well into your healing too. Because while you're healing, you're getting messages, but things are so jumbled because you're getting rid of information too. That's why women, when we start reading, we get chunky. Because energy, if people are sending energy to you and you're not able to process it fast enough, you get fat. That's what happens. That's why the goddess, she was always fat and shit. The Venus statue, I posted, she was chunky. Because women, and just like with our husbands, we take in all that. And if you don't understand to consciously release it, and none of us are, and then what happens? We get ovarian cancer and fibroids and stuff like that, because that energy sits in there and it gets hard. If you have a horrible period and you're always clotting and stuff like that, you gotta change your diet and you gotta start giving your period blood to plants. I promise you, I don't know how they know. I don't know how our body, we're talking about hormones and pheromones, and this is stuff we breathe in. I'm telling you, it helps the air. Y'all, look, I don't know why I know the things that I know. I don't know why. I wish Spirit would have gave it to somebody else that y'all actually want to listen to. I can't help what I know. And I can't help that I'm trying to tell you what I know. Because it's healing and it really works. So, again, I really do wish that it was somebody that people respected more their opinion. But it's not. So, we all got to deal with that, I guess. But anybody that's telling you the truth, it's going to sound, the truth is that there's not 50 truths. There's one. There's one truth. So, your truth and their truth, that's fine. You can speak your truth, but if somebody comes in with a piece of it that lets you know that your truth wasn't totally the truth, you know what I'm saying? Your truth and the truth could definitely be different. And that's because we all have our perspective. And until we get together and put the perspectives together, then we don't have the full piece. I'm done. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.